1977, George Lucas formed a legacy.
The Force is with me, and I am with the Force.
Inspired by mythology, his saga has become a passion for many.
Feel the Force around you.
His legend has become our story.
It's true. All of it.
One of resistance.
We are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down.
Rebellion.
Rebellion is built on hope.
And redemption.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Star Wars Reactions.
Remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of Star Wars Reactions. We got a great show for you today. I'm Aaron Harris, and joining me, as always, he is the Chewie to my Han, the David Motters. David, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I was looking forward to recording with you. I know we're doing every 2 weeks, and so yeah, I'm ready to update people and talk with you about Star Wars.
Absolutely. It's going to be great. It's always fun talking to you. I know every 2 weeks right now, so but things are changing soon, so it looks like we are getting some new shows, and we will, of course, go into all of that here in a little bit. But first off, in our last episode, neither of us realized it, but that was actually, we released that on the 17th of February. So that was actually our 1 year anniversary of Star Wars Reactions. So happy anniversary, Dave.
Well, happy anniversary. I know I listen to different podcasts and you hear them talk about different things and different anniversaries. And it was funny that you brought that up tonight, because I was thinking about how long you and I've been recording. And I know it's, when you start thinking about a lot of podcasts, they started about 2015, 2016, and end of November 2015 is when you took over Rebels, right, on the Coffee with Kenobi network, and not too long after that, we got together, and so we've really been. I'm serious. I was thinking about this driving to work the other day. I'm like, man, Aaron and I've been recording for 5 years minimum.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. I was going to say it's 2021, so yeah, it's been at least 5 years, because I want to say, it was 2015 or 2016, I think was when I took over, because 2015, because I just had it pop up ironically in my memories today, where we're recording this on March 2nd, 2021. It's Tuesday. And in my Facebook memories today was a post from 2015 in which I am losing my mind at the season 1 finale of Rebels.
That's good. 2014-15, first season of Rebels. Yeah.
So that was, of course, the episode when we were surprised with the appearance of Ahsoka Tano as Fulcrum, right there at the end of the episode. So, and I saw that. I'm like, oh, I got to go through this. And I started reading the comments. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at all these names and all these people, and I'm going, and I'm like, and everybody is just so insanely happy during that. It was great. So
yeah, it was. and then it would be, the end of November of 2015, you and I met up with Dan Z, right there on Main Street at Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom, in the Starbucks. And
that would have been 16.
That was
November
16 of 6. Oh my!
That was November of 16, because it was in the middle of the second season when I took over.
Okay, thank you.
Rebels.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Middle of second season, so that would have been 2016 when that happened.
All right.
And the only reason I'm positive on that is because season 1 finale was in my memories today.
Gosh, I know. Well, that's right. I know. I need to look back and look at all the ones we've recorded. And but anyways, no, I'm glad you brought it up. Definitely a fun anniversary. I'm glad that we're doing Star Wars reactions, and really what it's allowed us to do over the last year, to really open up what you and I do and not just specifically react to just one show. And so very enjoyable, and look forward to many more years of recording with you and just talking Star Wars and enjoying it.
Absolutely. It's been a great year. I mean, we've had some great things happen. We've had some great shows. And I, like you said, I love the fact that it's allowed us to expand beyond just looking at an individual show. Where before we started Star Wars reactions, we did Resistance reactions, and before that I was doing Rebels reactions. So I was literally only looking at one show. So this opens us up where we can look at the books, we can look at the movies, we can look at literally everything we want. And this has been fun, and I know it's been great. I think probably my favorite thing to come out of Star Wars reactions, honestly, has been your psychology corner.
Oh man, thanks for saying that. Yeah, I feel like, I was just thinking about, the creativity on both of us. There's just things that people don't know, like when I talk to you before we record, or you text me, or whatever it is, there's a creativity that you have, and you think about things that I don't think about. And then I feel like with the psychology corner, it was always right there. And you and I talked from the very beginning, how much do we incorporate it or not? And when I said to you, hey, what if we do this for, Mandalorian season 2, you're like, do it, man. And so I really took the time and really prepared, and that because you've seen the show notes, and it was just really made it. Look, I love the Mandalorian season 1 and number 2, season 2, but just being able to do that psychology corner has been just so enjoyable. So we'll keep doing that and have a lot of fun with it. But thanks for saying that, man. I just appreciate that.
No, you're welcome. It's been great, and I mean we've seen a lot of good things come out of it. A lot of people have enjoyed your psychology corner and have let us know that, so we appreciate that, and it's going to keep coming. We got a lot of great stuff planned for the future. I know we have. We did our last episode was our first in our profile series that we got coming once a month. Or every other episode, I should say. So that's going to be great. I'm excited for our next profile. It's going to be fun. Here's your only hint, folks. I may give you a pictorial hint here in a week or two before the next episode. But the hint is for our next profile is it's a clone.
Narrow it down, Aaron.
I'm trying.
Yes.
It's a clone, and it's voiced by D. Bradley Baker.
You're just being mean now.
Yeah, I'm trolling, aren't I?
No, I know. But I like that. As soon as you said that, I love it. And I do love how you did the picture last time. You're like, it's going to be one of these 3. And then we had a lot of fun with Zer Leonis, and I really enjoyed looking at him and watching those episodes again, and I really dove into the 4 books. You own the 4 books. That was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to this next one. And just like you said, Aaron, a minute ago, with each profile, I'll do my best to really bring a new aspect of clinical psychology within that profile. So we'll profile the person, but bring the psychology corner as well.
Absolutely. And what's also been great, and what I enjoyed last year, and I didn't get to do it as much because time just got away from us. But I started it up this past week again, was our Fan Film Fridays.
Yes.
I had so much fun watching fan films, and on YouTube and stuff, and to share these with other people. It's been great, and we shared some great ones last year, and the one we did this past week, Exile, was mind blowing. I loved it. And I've already found the one for next week because we're doing this opposite weeks of our show. So we're releasing a show this week. Next week, you'll get Fan Film Friday. It just kind of alternates back and forth.
Well, and that's where, like a minute ago when I mentioned that, I said, hey, Aaron came up with this, the Fan Film Friday, and I love it. And you sent it to me, the Exile. I watched it, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are awesome. And I'm like, that's a lot of money, and that's a lot of time and the equipment to film that. And I was like, this is not chintzy, man. This, oh my, and to edit it and to get on location and shoot those shots. I was really impressed. I really liked it. I guess my question is when it finished, I'm like, wait, are they going to have a follow-up? Or is that, I hope so. I hope they continue that story because that's where they left it.
Well, yeah, that's where they left it. I think it was set up to go that way, but I don't know if just life got away from them and they haven't done it. Because I've been watching, and there's comments. If you go through the comments on YouTube, all the comments are, when's part 2 coming out? When's part 2 coming out? Especially with them talking about going to Lothal at the end of that. I was like, oh.
I know.
Find Kate and Jarrus. Oh. So you left me hanging there.
I know.
And I just texted you the next Fan Film Friday. I forgot to do that yesterday when I found it, but yes, we got next week's all picked out already. And I've watched it yesterday. I watched it like 3 times. It was so good.
Well, maybe I'll be watching that after we get off tonight. So
a lot of fun, a lot of fun. So there's just a lot of stuff happening, a lot of fun things going on, and I'm excited. It's been a great year, and thank everybody who has been listening in and supporting us and letting us know on social media what you think and contacting us, and just for those of y'all out there sharing the show, promoting the show, we appreciate that. It's your participation is not unnoticed. We do appreciate it, and y'all are a real reason we've had a successful first year, and we will continue to party on, as they say, for years to come.
Yeah, agreed.
So all right. So with that, we got a simple show today. Since it's an anniversary show, we're not doing anything big and over the top because there is a ton of news since our last show. And we want to get into that and make sure we get everything covered properly. And probably some of the biggest news, which pretty much caught me off guard, and it really came out of the blue, was when Rian Johnson, of course, of The Last Jedi fame or infamy, depending on what you think of the movie, had an interview with USA Today. And no big deal. He does interviews all the time and about movies and things. And but this one stuck out because in it, he specifically says that the trilogy that was announced he would be working on back when Last Jedi was coming out, the Rian Johnson trilogy, is still a go.
Wow. That is a shock.
That blew me away because, if something was still a go by Lucasfilm, they would be talking about it. And that's what caught me off guard. I mean, Rian Johnson saying it's a go, but even at the Investors Day back in December, when they were talking about all the things coming from Lucasfilm over the next several years, there was no mention of Rian Johnson or his trilogy.
Nothing. No. Talk of Taika Waititi, again, untitled Star Wars movie.
Patty Jenkins, Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
I mean, which that's the one I'm really looking forward to be honest. But I mean, yeah, I mean, Rian Johnson still being involved in Star Wars, that's a big deal. That's something, I would think they would want to mention. But the last I heard, even during Investor Day, everything was very heavy on television side of things with shows for Disney Plus. So
yeah, that's a shock. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to think that's happening. So we will be getting, according to Rian Johnson, we will be getting at least three more Star Wars movies from him. I'm really curious to see what he'll do, what they'll be set in.
Wow.
It will be interesting for sure, to say the least.
Yeah. The challenge, right, Aaron, is that over all of these movies, we heard all of the, firings and, from Josh Trank with the Boba Fett movie to, Benny Huff and Weiss signed and then they left. Of course, we had Colin
Trevorrow on Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Right, yeah. And then even the who were the guys who were going to direct? They directed the Lego movie.
Lord Phillips and Lord.
Lord and Miller. Is it
Lord and Miller? That's it.
Lord and Miller, right? And they were like, so a lot of that, and a lot of those movies, were not, Solo was, didn't have a box office, but I love that movie, and I still love that movie. It's a lot of fun and stuff. But I tell you, Rian Johnson, when he was making The Last Jedi, you didn't hear anybody from Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, etc. Nobody complained about him, and it seemed like they really liked him, and felt like there was no issues with him. But yet the movie was, considered one of the most, controversial movies, leading to, a lot of what people say is that divide in fandom that Mandalorian has hopefully to a large extent addressed,
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, that could be why they haven't said anything about it, to try to keep that kind of fire under as far away as possible at this point. But Rian Johnson trilogy definitely would raise some eyebrows for sure if it's still happening. I have no doubt. I have no reason to doubt Rian Johnson. He said it in with you to his USA Today report. So yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens down the road. I mean, there was no time frame. There were no other details given in the article, just that, yeah, it's still a go.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see. We've got some video games coming out as well. There were 2 video game announcements since our last show, which are very exciting. One is going to be called Star Wars Hunters. It's coming out sometime this year, 2021. It is going to be on the Nintendo Switch. And this basically is a bounty hunter type game. It's very interesting. You get to play bounty hunters and you're basically fighting. I can't exactly tell what kind of game it is, because it almost felt like a arena fighting type game. Just from the little teaser they put out. But I'm looking forward to that. That'll be out later this year. But coming even sooner than that, April 6th to be exact, on Nintendo and PlayStation, they are re-releasing Republic Commando, which was out years ago. I want to say it was in the 90s. It was on the original PlayStation, I think it was, and Xbox. But it's being released. That is going to be a blast. That's one game I never got to play because at the time it was released, I was too busy at that point. So I never picked it up, never played it. But it's being released. I've already pre-ordered it on my Switch. So as soon as it goes live, it's downloading. So I'm excited for that. But that's great. I mean, basically, in that game, you're part of a commando group of clones, kind of like Gregor was at one point. And you basically are on a mission, running covert op missions for the Republic, kind of like the Bad Batch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. So,
well, I'll tell you this. Like you, I just didn't have time to play a lot of these original classic games. For me, it was, and I've said it before on some of our recordings, I was in the midst of graduate school and earning my advanced degrees and stuff like that. And, when I've seen the video of this, and of course I saw David Collins put out a tweet talking about what fond memories he has of working on this and making it. My son has a PlayStation. Here's where, out of all these games, I would love to get this and play this, and actually say to my son, hey, look, you play all these games. We got to do this one. We got to play Republic Commando and just have some fun with this thing. And so I'm going to look at getting it with him. That really appeals to me. And the Star Wars Hunters one you mentioned, I don't know, I can't take credit. I heard someone mention, like, it kind of reminds them of the season 2, the first episode of season 2 to Mandalorian, where the Gamorrean guards are battling each other in the ring, and they're like, well, maybe it's something like that, just kind of going at each other and stuff. So
yeah.
But yeah, I think of either of those, the Republic Commando is the most interesting to me.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be very interesting to see. And those are coming out, like I said, this year. Republic Commando April 6th, Star Wars Hunters sometime this year. And we still have the outstanding Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, which was supposed to come out last year, got pushed to this year, and nobody can really say when it's coming out. So It's kind of lost itself. So we potentially get 3 games this year, but 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on with Lego Star Wars at this point. Hopefully we get that soon. So It's award season, my friend. It is award season for for movies, shows, everything, and Star Wars has not gone unrecognized in the world of awards. The first one I want to throw out there and mention is our favorite book narrator, Mark Thompson, has been nominated for what they call an Audi. It's basically an award for audiobook narration. And he has been nominated for Chaos Rising.
Yeah. I've listened to it, the whole thing.
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah. Incredible job by him.
Mark Thompson's awesome. I wish I would have started listening to his books a long time ago. I just got into Audible a couple months ago. So he's incredible talented. So well-deserved nomination for him. But then we got a ton of nominations for The Mandalorian. It was all over the place here. Let's pull this up and let's start going through a list of all these awards that they are nominated for. You ready for this?
Oh, this is an incredible list, man.
All right. Starting at the top, they are nominated. This is, of course, for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Mixing for a Television Series. And this is for the Cinema Audio Society Awards. So this, of course, is for Jason Butler, Chris Vogel, Sean Holden, Stephen Urata, Bonnie Wild, and Matthew Wood. They're all nominated in this category for their work on Mandalorian. The Visual Effects Society Awards have nominated The Mandalorian 13 times for different awards for their visual effects. They've gotten 2 nominations from the Motion Picture Sound Editors, a society award show. Again, this would be directly attributed to Matthew Wood, David A. Cord, Richard Quinn, and James Spencer. They're being nominated for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Editing, Episodic Short Form, Dialogue ADR, and David A. Cord, Matthew Wood, Ben Burt, J.R. Grubbs, Richard Gould, Ronnie Brown, and Jana Vance are nominated for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Editing, Episodic Short Form, Effects at Foley, and this, of course, from the Motion Picture Sound Editors Awards. So congrats to them. We then got a nomination from the Art Directors Guild Award for 1 hour period or fantasy single camera series. Andrew Jones and Doug Chang are the two nominated there. 2 more award nominations from, and some of these I've never even heard of. Okay.
Right.
Especially this next one. This next one I've never heard of. The Makeup Artist and Hairstylist Guild Awards.
Everyone has to have a guild, and that way, you can, or society, and then you can give awards.
Apparently. So the 2 nominations there include Best Period and or Character Makeup for a Television Series, Miniseries, or New Media, and Best Special Makeup Effects for a TV Series, Miniseries, or New Media. So that's what they're nominated for there. Now, this one I have heard of. The Screen Actors Guild Award has nominated The Mandalorian for Best Stunt Ensemble in a Comedy or Drama.
Mm.
So all those stunt workers are being recognized. Good for them. The Writers Guild of America, I know them too, nominated The Mandalorian for Best Drama Series. And that actually is for going to Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Rick I always butcher this dude's
I can do it. I know. I'll help you. Famuyiwa.
what he said.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just his name. I just cannot say. I mean, to save my life. I mean, Vader keeps standing in front of me with his hand up saying, "Say it, or you're choke out," and I'm choking out. So.
I had to look at it several times, and when I heard a few people say it, maybe even on the first season of the Disney Gallery, The Mandalorian, I think that's when I could pick it up. I'm like, okay, I got it. Because when I first looked at it, I'm like, that is so unfamiliar. I've never seen someone with that last name. And so, yeah, I had to just kind of get it in my head and then say it a few times. I'm like, okay, I think I got it. So I'll help you with it, buddy.
I appreciate that. And that's why we're a good team.
Right.
You can say things I can't.
Bail me out.
Help me. Help me, Dave Waters. You're my only hope.
Rip.
All right. We got Golden Globe nomination for Best Drama Television Series, The Mandalorian. Congrats there. This is another group I've never heard of. The Society of Composers and Lyricists Awards. They've nominated The Mandalorian for Outstanding Original Score for a Television Production. So Ludwig Göransson has got himself, I can say his name, got himself a nomination there. Let's take a look here. We also have Critics' Choice nominee for Best Drama Series for The Mandalorian as well. So that is awesome. All of these are items that they are nominated for that are award shows that are coming up, and fingers crossed and good luck to everybody up for an award, because everybody deserves to win. They all deserve to win. They've all done fantastic work on The Mandalorian, and of course Mark does fabulous work on his books.
Agreed. Good luck to them all.
Absolutely. So the last bit of news came out this past week, and I saw the news cross my feed and went, I told you so. I was so excited. we have a release date for the Bad Batch. Of course, as you remember, back on December 10th when they did the Investors Day, Disney Investors Day, when Kathleen Kennedy did her presentation, Bad Batch was mentioned. They did a sizzle reel, but there was no date given. There was dates given for everything else, for almost everything else that was already in production, but nothing was said about Bad Batch as a release. So everybody was kind of at a loss. And I said back then, watch it. The reason they didn't give a date is because they're possibly going to try to push this forward and get it out this summer. So just watch and wait. And by Jove, I was right. We are getting Star Wars The Bad Batch on May 4th.
I love it. I love it when they premiere stuff on Star Wars Day. Yeah.
And the crazy part is that's on a Tuesday. So we can watch it and record that night.
Well, that's right. That's right. And then a follow-up episode on Friday and record it. Yeah. And you did call that. I remember that. And you and I had talked off air, I don't know how far back, about just maybe it would have been in January where you and I were talking, because after Mandalorian ended, we were talking like, man, that's a long stretch of time to wait to the Book of Boba Fett in December 2021. And sure enough, you thought something would be in between there. I wasn't sure. I had no idea how far they were on some of these Bad Batch episodes, but you called it, and I'm glad, we get something, here to watch. And I guess the question now is what are we looking at? Maybe 12 episodes like season 7 of the Clone Wars, or maybe 8? I don't know. They haven't announced that, right, buddy?
I haven't seen any news on that as of yet. I've been keeping an eye out. I've even asked a few people and haven't heard back yet to see what to possibly expect. All we know right now is that it premieres on May 4th, which is on a Tuesday. There are Tuesday, May 4th, and then that episodes will be airing every Friday after that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Of course, IMDb, which is my source for usually small leaks. Sometimes they'll just throw stuff in there before anything's announced, like episode titles or anything. They only have 3 episodes flagged in here. Okay. So I doubt it'll only be 3 episodes, though. But yeah, it's coming. The first episode will be May 4th. Then starting that Friday, the 7th, and going forward, every Friday, just like Mandalorian premiered. So we'll have Bad Batch Fridays.
I love it. And I mean,
BBFs.
BBF is Bad Batch Fridays. Okay.
Sounds like a droid, doesn't it?
It does. BBF, right? Instead of BB-8. I can't imagine it being 22 episodes like some of the classic seasons of the Clone Wars. I don't see that. I don't see them running it that long. May, June, July, August. I don't see that. I'm guessing 8 to 12. I think, but that's I'm happy with either 8 of them, 12 of them. But I don't think 22 though. Do you?
No, I don't think it'll be 22. I'm actually leaning anywhere between 8 and 12. Because if you look at all the exclusive series that have been coming out on Disney Plus since it started, that's what each season has been. Mandalorian has been 8 episodes each. WandaVision is 10 episodes, or excuse me, 9 episodes. Clone Wars season 7 was 12. So I would assume it would probably be closer to the 8 or 9 episode. And we don't know if it's going to be in an arc format or if it's going to be a continuous story. We know very little about it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, but it's coming May 4th. I guarantee you, between now and then, we will get a full-fledged trailer released. Probably sometime, I would think, in April, mid-April, I would think.
Yeah.
Is my prediction on that. But yeah, it's coming. Now, I mean, the only thing we know for sure is it's going to have the Bad Batch in it. Fennec Shand is going to be in it, voiced by, oh my gosh, I just blanked your name.
I'll bail you out. Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah, I could see her face because I just finished Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I was going to be like, all I could think of was Agent May, which is who she plays in that show. But yeah. She's going to be in it voicing Fennec. So she'll be there, which will be awesome, animated as a younger Fennec, which will be great. And we know it takes place after Order 66. So
we know Steven Stanton because he voices Tarkin.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yep. And we know D. Bradley Baker's in it. Wait, was that too obvious?
He's got too soon. Yes, too soon.
Well, did you see the joke online? There was a meme going around about a month ago. It was I about died. It was like yeah, D. Bradley Baker's left the Bad Batch, walked away from production on the Bad Batch. He cited. He goes, reason being given is because he couldn't get along with the other voices.
The other voices or voice actors?
Other voice actors. He's doing all of them, guys. I got a kick out of that.
That is good. And that's really going to be his show. I mean, he's incredible. And I'm interested to see the storytelling and where they want to take this and how far, up into Revenge of the Sith running concurrently, so.
Well, since it takes place after Order 66, this will be post Revenge of the Sith. So.
Oh, forgive me. Yes. Right. So, yeah.
My question is, this is my question. Since we all we know is it's them dealing with the changing galaxy after Order 66 was given. Yeah. Are we looking at a special op and stormtrooper group now? Are they now stormtroopers?
Right. Who are they working?
Are they fighting for the Galactic Empire now? Or are they, the Star Wars version of the A-Team?
Right. Just doing missions like that, not necessarily for the Rebellion or the Empire, but just for different groups, Yeah.
I mean, so there's definitely some questions there as to what their missions will be, what side they'll be fighting for. I'm definitely curious. If they're fighting for the Empire, are they hunting down Jedi? Are they working with the Inquisitors to hunt down Jedi? Or what's going on? I mean, there's a lot more questions about this show than there are answers, which is surprising, being now that we're in March and this show is 2 months away.
Yeah, one of the questions was, how we all know, right, how Rex ends up getting his chip removed. Is it something where because they are Clone Force 99, is there something different about them and they don't have that? They didn't get that placed in them? Because
they were defects. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, and I wonder how they'll probably, talk about that in one of the episodes too. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, buddy. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be awesome. So we got that coming May 4th. And of course, when that show comes out for however long it is, I'm assuming 8 to 10 episodes. Of course, by that point, I will be most likely going back weekly at that point to cover the episodes. I would assume. We haven't even discussed that yet. But we got, it's going to be great. I mean, our it's a great way to kick off our our new year. We're starting our second year together as Star Wars Reactions. This will be a great way to start it, and Book of Boba will be a great way to end it. So,
absolutely.
In December or January. So it's going to be great. A lot of great stuff coming down the road, and it's going to be awesome. So, all right. So with that's literally all the news we have and discussion we're going to have tonight. We got some great shows coming up with our next profile episode. It's going to be our next episode 38. And we got some great stuff planned after that. So make sure you stay tuned. It's going to be a great March. March is looking awesome for us, and I'm so excited. So, David, if somebody wants to talk Star Wars with you, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, two different ways. The best way is Twitter. My handle there is @David_Modders. There is an S on the end. And the other one is email for more long form, and that would be david@StarWarsReactions.com.
Excellent. And of course, if you want to talk Star Wars with me, you can always hit me up on my personal Twitter, TAHarris121079, or email me, Aaron@StarWarsReactions.com. Of course, make sure you are tuning in and subscribe to all of our social media accounts. We, of course, are on Twitter, SW Reactions Pod. We're on Facebook at Star Wars Reactions, and Instagram, which of course is SW Reactions. So check everything out. Pay attention. We will, like I said, we do have some more great things coming, and you'll see it first on our social media before anywhere else. That's always a great place to see news as it breaks. We'll post it there and share it from there, as well as see other specials like our Fan Film Fridays and everything. So, David, this has been fun.
Absolutely. It was a good time recording, and looking forward to a big year here of Star Wars.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great year. Again, thank you, everybody, for listening. We appreciate every single one of you. Y'all are awesome. 2021, I see great things for everybody in 2021. Things are looking up. Things are getting better. We're praying for all of y'all. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for listening. This is your place for elegant discussion for a more civilized age.
If you'd like to share your thoughts, you can email us at show@StarWarsReactions.com for our show notes and the latest news from the Star Wars universe. Visit our website at www.StarWarsReactions.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at SWReactionsPod or on Facebook at Star Wars Reactions. If you enjoy our show, please leave a review on iTunes. This podcast is not endorsed by the Walt Disney Company or by Lucasfilm Limited. It's intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. The official Star Wars website can be found at www.starwars.com. Star Wars. All names, sounds, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and or copyrights of Disney and the respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of Star Wars Reactions unless otherwise indicated. Star Wars Reactions. Elegant discussion for a more civilized age.